Odoyo is the convener of this. He's told me that he's not supposed to be here in front, but I want to ask him to come because he's the host of this event. So Mr. Honorable Odoyo, please come and give a few remarks, and then we will go to Faith Ken.
Hiyo ni kali hiyo energy ndio tunataka hii nchi. That energy is what we want, especially when you want to say too much truth. You need to be energetic, isn't it? For those who had not met before and those who have not heard about me before, I am the Odoyo Owede. Time in the past, I used to be the chief whip of chairs of state corporations. But now, I serve Kenya and the president of Kenya. And many times, I want to bring people up to speed, up to where I am. There are a few things normally when I meet young people, I want to let them know. One is a good philosophy of mine that I live with. Two people may differ on an issue just because of the different information that they have. If now I put two people here, half will say we go with A, the other half will go with B. But you discover they are all right because the information they have about those two people differ. And sometimes when you want to manipulate people, you make sure that they don't have the correct information. Sometimes I had the opportunity to say that the recent genZ uprising that we have in this country was not organic as many of us thought, as many a genZ thought. It reminded me of a speech in an auditorium like this, where a man speaks or a woman speaks. At the end of it, it takes one man or two people to start clapping, then the rest joins. Even in the genZ protests that took place, there was a threshold number that was used, induced, pushed, financed, and when they go onto the road with the message, of course they didn't tell you that they were. But when you listen to them, they were saying the truth. So you joined them. Not that you didn't have the truth, but you needed a leadership in doing something. That leadership many times is never declared. So the choice of genZ for that uprising that we went through was very well thought out, because they know many of you do not have the benefit of history that some millennials have and people older. They don't know that in 1992 there was an election in this country which was won by then Daniel Arap Moi with 1.9 million votes. And that was about just 30% of the total votes in the country. But he was the president going forward. There are many things you may not have the information about. And one thing about people of your age is they are purists and perfectionists. They want things to be done right. My own children your age would tell me, Dad, you said this and we cannot allow to change it. Because they want it as perfect as they planned it. They want it as pure, as necessary, and as possible. But most of all, why we would choose you for anything, you are strong, you are energetic, and you have the stamina to move on and make things done. So all we need is to convince you that this is wrong. But why do I always insist on the benefit of history? Because in elections, it is a competition. So if you end up with a ballot paper with 4 bad people, you go for the better one. If you end up with a ballot paper with 6 very good people, still you choose the better one among them, isn't it? So whenever we are debating a future election, it only makes sense when we have the possible candidates, all of them on the table. And as you debate that, you also remember, in a playing field, the only person who can make a mistake is the one in the field. The one sitting on the bench, still tying his shoelaces, still tying his boots, can never make a mistake. The ones in the terraces also can never make a mistake. So if this person in the field is the only one who can make a mistake, you can't miss to find a mistake. But if somebody wants to come into the field, you must evaluate them using a past game that they ever played. So the reason why I thought we need to walk across the country, we need to move from one county to another, speaking to Gen Z, is to make them know and understand what they would need to decide the future of this country. You know, where Gen Zs are sitting like the number here, you can control the whole of this town, just this number. So you are very good disciples. And that is why we pick a small number of you, speak to them, convince them if necessary, or give you the necessary information, and you become ambassadors of goodwill, ambassadors of good governance, ambassadors for the future of this country. And that is why we requested Madam Terry Mbaika, we requested Mheshimiwa Martin Ogindo, and we requested Wakili Joshua Nyamuri. And we asked Madam Beatrice Karwitha to come here and meet you. So you will hear their voices, and as we go, together with some of you, our show host, Jagero, will present them.